Hello and welcome. We have successfully started our first day here at Doresh Trust Tree of Knowledge Learning Academy. There are parents that have requested a recording of the orientation. Since we did not do that, I'm going to go over some of the main notes of the meeting so that those parents who could not attend the Zoom meeting will fully understand. Number one, first of all, welcome. Hello, my name is Nikki Salfer. Most of you know me who have been coming back. There's a lot of new wonderful parents that are joining us tonight, and we welcome them all to the Tree of Knowledge Doresh family. Okay, the first thing that we spoke about was that we introduced the main teacher. Her name is Patricia Wallette, who represents the English program. But I want to make a few things clear because in the past we've had some problems. Patricia is the main teacher. She is not the person who decides how many credits your child has. That is my job. Those of you that are new to here have had to have sent in transcripts. Now, most of the new incoming students are 9th graders. If they did not take Algebra 1 during 8th grade, there is no need for an 8th grade transcript. But if they did take Algebra 1, please send that transcript. It's important that you understand how high school works. And I think that we actually did not do this in the original orientation, but having started to meet with some parents, I want to go over that. Each one of you will receive a graduation checklist. The basic format of our high school program is 16 credits of core subjects, 8 credits of electives. The electives come from the Judaic Studies program and the vocational program. 16 credits are non-negotiable. It's 4 years of math, 4 years of English, 4 years of history/economics, and 4 years of science. So I think that that's an important thing as we begin our high school. This year, any new and returning student that is still enrolled in high school will have a Woodcock-Johnson. Those students that took a Woodcock-Johnson last year, we will have a meeting with you to review last year's Woodcock-Johnson versus this year's Woodcock-Johnson. Those of you that have never had a Woodcock-Johnson, we will go over just this year's scores. Now, it's very important that you understand that while we go by credits, we are also looking to remediate issues that have happened in the past. So if we look at a Woodcock-Johnson and it's showing us that really your child is reading at a 2nd or 3rd grade level, but they're enrolled in 9th grade English, do not expect to finish high school in 4 years. According to IEPs, high school continues until your 22nd birthday. So if you are funded by a school district, and I'm specifically speaking to New York and New Jersey parents, the high school is not a 4-year program. And I am also speaking to those students who come in whose Woodcock-Johnson is not at a 9th grade level. I want to make sure that up front we understand how it works so that later on you don't say, I thought, how did this happen? I got report cards for 4 years. I thought my son would get a high school diploma. The Woodcock-Johnson, as well as the credits, determines the giving of the diploma, okay? If your Woodcock-Johnsons at your 22nd birthday are still not hitting grade levels, then you get what's called a special education diploma. The diploma looks the same, but the transcripts have an asterisk that says, while we gave you 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade English, you were not performing at grade level. That asterisk is determined by your Woodcock-Johnson. Anyone who has any questions on how the high school program works, feel free to schedule a meeting with me and I will be happy to go over it. Patricia Wallette will send you, I will do to the Doresh email, how the high school credits work, so you're aware of it. The other program is those students that have finished their high school credits, which means they have finished 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade math, reading, science. They can then go into the college program. In theory, you can do the BA program at the same time as getting your high school credits. And that is a specific thing for those students that are advanced enough to take the college tests. And we will have a separate orientation to go over the college program. The college program is not a program, we help administer it, but it is through Excelsior College, and it is separate fees. It is not part of your tuition. I just want to make sure that everybody understands that. Okay, there are still some parents that have not sent in all of their forms. Tomorrow and the next day, Monday and Tuesday, we will be reviewing all the forms, some calls about tuition, non-signed forms, medical forms not done correctly. You will be receiving calls. I urge you, especially in a year like this, where we are under the radar, not under the radar, we are literally being watched by, the state of Florida, that you make sure that every single solitary form, including your insurance, has been submitted. Next, internet safety and security. We have put in an entire new computer system, and we are trying very hard to keep the boys off of the open web. We understand that by using our online software, the possibility for them to get to the open web is there. We have lots of discussions about it. We have in the past had many boys that have tried very hard to overcome, get into emails, do certain things. Your child is not supposed to be getting an email from you. So that if your child is emailing you, that's already a violation of the code. Please do not write back. They're supposed to be doing A+ work. They are not supposed to be having access to their Gmail account. Next thing, we have to, by law, give you the Florida Department of Children and Family Services abuse hotline number, 1-800-962-2873. We sincerely hope we do not need you to call that number. Next, accreditation. Because we are an accredited high school, there are certain requirements for that accredited high school. One of them is that we have this orientation. And so we did have a Zoom meeting for new students, for recurring students, and now we are going to send out a YouTube video, and hopefully those of you that were not able to attend the Zoom will be able to listen to it. Advance Ed is a phenomenal nationwide accreditation, and a lot of times when we bug you, whether it's paperwork, whether it's attending meetings, whether it's going over the Woodcock-Johnson with us, these are mandated by our accreditation department. When we had our 5-year accreditation, we had certain goals that we had to achieve for the next time we have to have a 5-year accreditation meeting. One of them was better professional development, reading improvement, teamwork, paper trail of all meetings, and hands-on learning. You will be seeing lots of things that we are doing to try to reach that goal and improve our school so that the next time we have an accreditation, they're happy with our progress. Our school is all about the 3 R's. You will hear the boys talk about this, and hopefully if they call you, when they get permission to call you, and they ask you, you say to them, how's school going? And they say, what'd you learn today? I don't know. You'll remind them of the 3 R's: respect, responsibility, and resilience. We are in a very interesting time. And we always had our school in a neighborhood that was very mixed and very diverse. And one of the things that we had to teach boys, we also have women teachers, which may be a little bit different from where they're coming from, how to speak with respect. This year we have an added COVID respect. We have some teachers that are older that are requiring the boys to wear masks the entire time, and some teachers that aren't, and they're going to have to learn how to maneuver and be respectful for those who require it. Responsibility. We want to be able to teach them to know what their work is. You will be receiving an A+ email, which will show you the A+ work that they have to work on. But they also have to monitor their A+. And we encourage you to talk to them about that. There's lots of games and lots of rewards surrounding that A+ work. And resilience. They're not always going to get the prizes. They're not always going to earn the rewards. And how do they deal with that? And we want to encourage them to be able to deal with that. Behavioral reporting, we use Class Dojo. Class Dojo is a system which is points. I encourage parents to look at the points, but not get hysterical about the points, okay? One of the things that I want to remind you is that this is not preschool. This is adolescents doing regular adolescent behavior. And so there are times when they're not going to have the points that they need. When you speak to them, try to focus on the positive. Try to focus on the difference. Last week you only had 36 points. This week you had 50 points. Try to keep things very positive. I have to tell you that there were some new parents that came today and they helped their boys set up, even though technically we weren't supposed to have new parents, but they were so positive, so warm. And that's the kind of behavior we want